It's Thursday, and technology is obviously my not my friend, but my challenge. I swear to you, it started early this morning. Facebook's done a new update, and I'm one of those people that gets up, Jason, in the morning, and one of the first things he does is he kind of goes through like Facebook and all those different things. And Facebook and I had a morning issue. We did. We had a moment. We had our time, and both you and I, because we're so active on there, know how important it is to be connected.
It is, which
And
actually one of our guests today, Rob, we're working on maybe taking over some Facebook things, and so incredible stuff that we're going to be talking about, right?
did you? We call that a segue, or or if you're one of them fancy people that read a lot, it's foreshadowing. Just in case you're wondering.
But hey, Rob,
No,
it's Thursday. We got Thrive with Rob and Jason. We made it.
we didn't even announce what this is. It's been a couple weeks, so we forgot what show this was. Just hold on. What are we doing again? Oh, it is good to be here. You can see Jason smile on his face. That's because right now the Denver Broncos have as much chance as the Kansas City Chiefs of making the Super Bowl.
We got it, Rob.
After week
we got
two,
it.
That will not be the case anymore. But for right now, keep the optimism. Jason.
All the national pundits are saying we're going to win the division. I'm just saying, hey, there's a lot of optimism. There's a lot of hope.
Who says
future, we're going.
What national pundit? Come on, you can't do. It's like these people on Facebook. Your new iPhone's going to cost $3,500. I'm like, show me where that link is. Tell me who these pundits are. Are you talking about Pat McAfee? Are you really? Are you going to say Pat McAfee? Are you going to?
Hey, I like Pat. He was a punter. I was a punter.
Too, but,
come on.
I mean, he took couple shots to the head. I'm not sure he's really the guy when picking my Super Bowl team.
Oh man, yeah, I'm excited about the season, Rob. As we get into our fantasy football, we just got our league signed up, so we're ready to roll. And I'm gonna win it all again this year. Well, actually, you won it last year, so I can't say again, which is crazy. Remember, because I still had the most points.
I know I did not win.
Oh, no, but you beat me though.
Oh, yeah, I beat you. Yeah, well, that's not hard. I mean, that was not like a challenge there. But no, I failed miserably. And I think part of that, I was thinking of that last night. I was telling my wife about my fantasy football thing. Mm-hmm. And I don't play like I used to. I used to play like 6 leagues. I had like notebook full of stuff. So when fantasy
before you're married.
Before I was married, definitely. So before fantasy football really became popular, I hung out with a lot of the guys that are now the quote unquote experts in fantasy football. Mm-hmm. And we had a league back then, man. If I'd have known, because they were investing in some things now that you look at and go, those are incredible. Yeah. But it's fun for us. We do a league. We have 2 spots available if anybody wants to play with Jason and I and watch Jason have as good a record as the Denver Broncos.
Again, I did good.
Notice how he doesn't talk about college football.
Well, my team for college football is actually the number 1 team in the nation right now. Preseason.
Arch Manning
and Texas Longhorns.
Oh, I'm excited. I am. Here's the thing. I am not a Longhorns fan, ladies and gentlemen, but I think Arch Manning's going to be special.
I think so too.
I really do.
We got 2 years with him.
Yeah. And I mean, just a great family. I mean, both those, I mean, just completely, his whole family is just good people. Mm-hmm. And so interesting to see where that goes. They play, of course, the national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. In week 1 should be a great game.
That's going to be an amazing game. It's the second week of the season. I can't wait for that game, and I'm sure we'll have something on it just because you're an Ohio State fan. I'm a Longhorn fan. We'll have some bragging rates there somewhere.
Oh, definitely. I was thinking that the loser should have to wear the winner's team.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Which
here's the problem. Mm-hmm. I really love orange. so I'm like,
ain't gonna bother you.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me. And I mean, like the Ohio State stuff, my wife, since I moved here, my wife has like I get it all the time. I get stuff
Mm.
all the time. Hey, listen, I ordered you a hoodie, or I ordered you,
I'll take a hoodie.
I've got like,
That's the cool thing is I don't mind Ohio State.
yeah,
I like them too. So
it's kind of cool. And it's cool because like all the stuff for us men of a certain size, the the black is really good.
it's
Orange
slimming.
makes me feel like Halloween. I'm like,
Which, hey, speaking of clothes, we got our shirts, buddy. He is king of life. We got it up there on the corner of the screen. Guys, check this stuff out. This is amazing stuff, especially for us guys of size.
guys of size.
I like that.
Of a certain size, I said. I had
Oh,
this
certain size. Sorry.
Yes. Before we get to our guest today, I have to tell you a funny story. So, I love clothes. I'm a clothes junkie. So I ordered from J. Crew. I ordered this a couple years ago. It was 4 years ago. It was during COVID, actually. So 5 years ago now. I ordered this sweater for the fall, and I was so pumped. And it was like orange. I love the color orange. It's one of my favorite colors. So I got this kind of burnt orange thing, and I wore it to the office the first day, and I felt like a pumpkin. It was fall, and I was round like a pumpkin. The only thing I didn't have was like 2 eyes, like right here, and I would have been a perfect pumpkin. So that's my story.
Oh, hey, one other thing that we had a story this week on, which I know us, we're a little older in this space. AOL. We all remember AOL, right? It is no longer there. No dial-up anymore.
I know, because
I didn't even know it was still available.
and they had almost 1 million people still using it, and that's what blows me away. But you can hear that noise. I'm like, I was doing it in my head when I was reading the article.
Yeah, still remember that. Being at home and picking up the phone and you hear that and somebody's angry because you just booted them off.
Which, for a lot of people, and I was one of those, I had to get a second phone line to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was not cheap. So when cable came around, which was for us with Comcast was like 97, 96, I jumped on that immediately. I was like, it's no way it's going to happen. But hey, I'm excited about today's show.
I am as well. There's a couple gentlemen that we're going to be talking to today, Rob, that man, I've got to know both of them here over the last probably 2 months to get to really dive in. And I was like, as soon as I started talking with them, we got to get them on the show. And today, our first guest, we're joined by Josh Fonger. He's the founder of Fourth Street Ventures, or Fourth Soil Ventures. I'm sorry. With clients over 50 countries, Josh helps Christian men grow their businesses without sacrificing faith or family. His 100-fold framework, which we're going to be talking about today, combines biblical wisdom with proven strategy to multiply impact in life and business. Josh, welcome to the show. Great to have you on here. And see, you are like professional, and we're not.
Hell, we're on TV, right? So I got to dress up.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, you got much better hair than I do. You and Rob can talk about hair, not me. But
wow.
I know, Rob.
So Josh, before I go, because I exit usually during this time, are you a football fan?
Not really, actually. So I'm kind of the opposite of your next guest. I mean, I have a light phone. I've unplugged as much as I can from things like that. So I'm one of those weird homeschool dads. So
very cool.
much, actually.
Hey, that's awesome though. Homeschooling's amazing. So it's good to have you on the show.
Yes.
I wanted to share my AOL story because that's really that's how my wife and I met. Actually, was the night before I was at the University of Michigan, and this is my BC days, and asked God, God, are you real? Kind of had those existential crisis moment, which led to my salvation. But the next day was the day when my current wife sent me an AOL instant message. We had family, friends, and that's how we first started dating. So through AOL Instant Messenger. Yeah.
So you got your AOL changed your life.
AOL changed my life. That was back in 2001. So there you go.
That is awesome. Well, hey, I'd love for you to tell the audience a little bit about your background. Let's talk about the business side of this, and then we'll get into your 100-fold and everything else that you're doing. But where did you start with this whole journey of faith and business and all this?
Yeah, so it's been a long road. Yeah, so as a business consultant, I've been doing this for the last 15 years, but that was not my plan either. I thought I was going to be a real estate developer, so that's what I got my undergraduate in architecture, master's in business, was going that route. And like a lot of people, 2008 happened and got laid off, and really had to figure out what I'm going to do in my life.
Mhm.
And I had written a thesis in my MBA program about why you should not hire a business consultant, why you should not bring in outside help. So that was not the
You
direction
didn't
for
tell
me.
me
Not
that
what I wanted
story.
to do. Yeah. So um, I think this is God's sense of humor
Mhm.
and an opportunity to humble me and really have me kind of start over in my career. And that was the only opportunity for me to get work, was to be a business consultant. I had a couple of kids at the time, and I had to do something. And I really didn't have the skills, didn't have the ability, didn't have any track record. But there was a guy who took a chance on me, and had some success early on as a business consultant. Really fell in love with it. Really enjoyed the work, loved solving problems. And that was 15 years ago. I'm doing it ever since. And the recent shift, kind of how we got
Mhm.
connected, was
Yep.
just shifting to work exclusively with Christian men, Christian-owned business owners, to really help them, to partner with them and help them grow, as opposed to just anybody, everybody, really be yoked up with Christians and help them have the biggest impact.
That's awesome. And you do quite a bit with the U.S. Christian Chamber. You're fairly new there, but you're getting to be a bigger part of that. And that's how we connected, because we do a lot with the U.S. Christian Chamber with Crystal. She's been on the show many times. Love what she's doing and what the Christian Chamber is doing. Um, I'd really like for you to talk briefly on the 100-fold framework as we get into that. And then also, I know this is something that we share, that we've talked about, is, we both said the marketplace is our ministries, because we both work in the Christian ministry or marketplace space. So touch on both of those and really show the audience, like, okay, who can you help? Because maybe our audience members are looking for somebody like you.
Yeah. So, whether we eat or drink, we should do all to the glory of God, right? And so, for me, it's about making sure that my clients know that everything comes from God. All of our strength to do things comes through God, and then everything needs to be done to God. So it's God's business. We should do it God's way, and we should do it for God's glory. And that has to be the foundation. If you're not going to build your life, everything on that, what you're building is something that's going to ultimately be unfruitful. It's not going to matter for eternity.
Mhm.
And so that's what the 100-fold framework is all about. It's based on the parable of the 4 soils. So those familiar with that, the first soil gets picked up by Satan. Second soil doesn't last because of persecution. The third soil is the one that is kind of called the most common amongst professing Christians, I think, in the business world. And that was really the big challenge for me, was seeing the difference between the third and the fourth. And I've seen those two kind of clients. Third soil being cares, riches, and pleasures of this world.
Mhm.
And this is extremely seductive to entrepreneurs and business owners, is because they got a lot of cares, a lot of worries, and they want their business to take care of those things. And they have the ability to make usually a lot of money in the process as owners, and they don't know what to do with it. And so I've seen people ruin their lives by the pleasures of this world. So they scale their company, they grow it, they sell it, they retire early, they buy the extra house, the cars, and it doesn't fulfill, right? And that's because we know the third soil produces no fruit, right? It's a faithless, fruitless pursuit. And the third soil still heard God's word. It still took it, but it just didn't produce anything. And the fourth soil is the one that actually, when the seed came in, it bared fruit with patience because it had an honest and good heart. And so it really came down to the heart, born again heart. And if you read through those parables, it's in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. It talks about this multiplying increase, or 100-fold increase. And so that's what I wanted to do with my framework, is make sure I'm helping business owners integrate their faith into their business. And then mechanically, how do we go about and install the business practices that are going to help them make the biggest impact? And in a lot of ways, that's going to be money, right? It's going to be the top line and the bottom line.
We talked about that. Mm-hmm.
But also, it's the finish line. It's going to be the kingdom impact, right? And that's going to be the one that matters the most.
Yep. No, Dan, that is amazing. And I know you work specifically with men on this, but I know you've helped a lot of women as well, and you can give some advice on that space. What's one major shift a Christian business owner can make today to grow both, like, spiritually, professionally, like some tangible action steps that people can do that, because a lot of our audience might be business owners who might be thinking about building a business.
Yeah, I think the first thing, and this is probably very obvious, is you need to start with what you're doing first. You don't want to put your faith and your relationship with God on the backseat, or make it second, or make it something that happens before work and after work. You want to integrate that. And I think that's the compartmentalization seems to be the biggest issue. Is you have your spiritual hat on when you're maybe working with your kids, or your spouse, or maybe your friends, going to church. But this is something you have to walk out and live out, and you have an opportunity to do in your work as well. And so I think the first step is to first recognize that the impact, and it's to spend time in prayer and meditating and praying for your customers, your employees, your vendors, the decisions that you have to make about hiring, firing. And then as you're praying, you're going to want to actually, what does God's word say about these things? Should I just market like the rest of the world, or is there something different? Should I sell like the rest of the world, or something different? And that's the thing that really has been inspired me to make my podcast. Was there's so much advice and information about how to grow a business, so much, a lot of business books, and they all have elements of truth in them, but they're mixed in with lies. I say it's like drinking a glass of water and say, here's some water, and you're drinking it, but there's broken glass in there too. You just can't see it until you start drinking it. And so I think that the business owner, one, needs to start off with prayer, like you said, prayer, God's word, having other business owners or people like me, people who you can trust, who are going to give you good counsel, and then realize that you're going into a war zone. You're going into a zone that unless it's overtly, foundationally wanting to glorify God, it's just taking his principles and tactics and doing it for the cares, riches, and pleasures, right? And that's the thing you have to be really careful about. I think business owners go in there and way too casually instead of carefully.
Yep. No, I agree. You guys, check out the QR code. It's right down there where you can find out more information on what Josh is doing here with Fourth Soil Ventures. This is incredible stuff, Josh. I can't wait to see how you build this and be a part of this with you and help you just walk along this journey. This is incredible stuff, Rob. We'll get that off your face so you can see it.
That's okay. I felt like I was in the witness protection program there. Love what you do, Sean. I mean, it is so true. And both Jason and I, of course, have spent a lot of time in the business world.
Yeah, Josh is incredible in the like his connections. Seriously, over 50 countries you have clients in. This is ridiculous.
Doing a long time with a lot of people, and I've had some good and like you use the social media and the technology to really scale out there. And it's now at this point in my life, instead of going wide and expansive, I really want to go deep with just a few people and have them then be able to translate that and make the biggest impact, in their employees and their customers and their worlds. And so that's the shift right now.
I love it.
Josh, you're the third person this week that has said that to me. So I don't know if God's trying to tell me something, because but it's true that we got to get
confirmation for you, Rob.
Wow. I'm like, thanks, Josh. I needed that. Even if you are from Michigan, you went to Michigan, which we got to vet our people better, man. You can't have Michigan people on the show.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Josh, for being on the show.
Thanks,
enjoy
Josh.
It. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Yes. Rob, Josh is an amazing guy. And man, our next guest, this is what we're going to be talking about for replacing Facebook, right?
Yeah. Well, no, we're on Facebook right now. We're not. We love Facebook.
We love Facebook. Yes.
Sean will tell you the same thing. We all love Facebook.
We do. Well, we do. It's not trying to replace it. It's just another option for us Christian and faith-based leaders, right?
Yep. And this dude is super cool. Enjoy getting to know him. Sean, it's good to have you, man.
Thank you so very much. Good to be here. Blessed to be here.
Do you want me to do the whole introduction for you, Sean?
Okay, let's do it. But first,
before
you do,
maybe I want to hear what you're going to say.
No.
Yeah,
We got to hype it up here. Sean Whitson,
CEO. Do that important stuff. Do you like football?
CEO of Act Social, leading the charge and bringing faith, community, and discipleship back to social media, rooted in Acts 1:8 and 2:42. Sean's platform offers a bold alternative where believers can connect and grow in truth and love without compromise. See, we had to get that in there.
All right then.
Nobody
All
cares.
right
He's a
then.
cool dude. And if we say he's a cool dude, he's a cool dude. So he hangs. But Sean, a quick question. Do you like football?
You know, I do. I do like football. And you know what? I'm going to be the odd guy out after listening to you guys chit chat because number one, I'm for the Longhorns. Sorry. And sorry, not sorry. And then number two is born and raised in Dallas. So who do you think my go-to team is?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
See, we got to be better betting.
Unlike
we
Josh,
cannot have,
I wore a T-shirt. So
no, we got to get him off. We had a Michigan guy and a Dallas. I'm having flashbacks here.
But hey, they haven't won anything over 30 years, Rob. So it's okay. We
That's true. But my face flushed.
Well,
I'm gonna need to pray after this is over.
Yeah. But hey, they are still America's team.
What America?
Sorry.
South America?
Well, we didn't say which America. Rob's right.
United States.
We live in Arizona right now, and it's the weirdest thing to drive around and almost see more Cowboy stars on the back of cars than Cardinal stuff.
It's the truth.
Probably the reason for that is I understand the Cardinals haven't been around forever, and Arizona didn't have a team for a long time, so a lot of the oldies just follow.
Well, also, Sean, there's a lot of retired people in Arizona. I'm just saying, last time they won something,
man. Yeah, that's true too. That's true there. That's neither here nor there. Yeah.
Here's the deal. What happens is the clearance stuff goes to Arizona, and the Dallas stuff is the most.
See, you didn't know you were going to get ribbed on here, Sean.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll be on the field. All good.
Awesome, brother. Well, hey, I'd love to dive into Act Social, what it is, how people can get a hold of it, and why you did this.
Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't do it under my own accord. So I started a tech company back into 2016, 2017, and we got into Bluetooth beacons for a little bit and apps, and then we started building mobile apps for different towns and stuff like that. And I haven't worked for anybody since I was technically almost 20 years old. I've always done company startups. I did Pennzoil oil change centers, built up to 7. We sold those out. I've done the credit card merchant business. I've done all kinds of startups and sold them out. So this tech company was the next thing. Mm-hmm. But man, I was really disturbed. It certainly wasn't going to be any kind of big, acquisition or anything like that. So it just wasn't a great startup, which is fine, man. You learn from that. Most of my startups failed. That's what gives you your education, the burn and learn education. But I was kind of bothered by it. So I'll be quick. December 2022. My wife and I always do some morning devotions in the morning. We always tell ourselves we won't pick up our phones and check our emails or anything like that. So we go through 30, 45 minutes of devotion. Then we'll jump up. We'll say prayer, jump up, and dig in. But on that morning, I just, like I had said, little subtle prayers to myself here and there. I just wasn't satisfied. God, what do you want me to do with my company? And I've had promptings from the Holy Spirit before, but never a come out and slap in the face or punch in the gut kind of prompting. The hair stood up on my body, and it was it was like I say it's loud, but it wasn't loud. It was just an intense, soft voice. And it said, build a social platform centered on my kingdom. And, so my people have a place to come. It kind of doesn't exist in a way, without serious paganism put in. So I thought, gosh, am I going against Facebook and Twitter and TikTok? And technically we're not, man. We have been so blessed from, we're 12 weeks in. So we have bugs. Mm-hmm. We have enough bugs for John the Baptist to go eat a very big dinner. But we are working those out. Every week we push updates out, big updates and stuff. And people by the thousands have signed up. And it's just a massive blessing, man. And one thing I want to be super, super clear with the audience. We are not a Christians only space. That's not what God said to do. He said, build a social platform with Christ-centered values. So when men jump on, they don't see bikini models by algorithms. And when women jump on, they don't see purses and things that makes them feel like they're missing things in their life. So we are not a Christians only platform. We are a platform with Christ-centered values. And that's the only way we're going to be able to spread the gospel worldwide.
I love it. There's a lot of social platforms out there that I myself have actually just completely eliminated because of those reasons right there. When you're jumping on, it pops up everywhere. And I'm like, I don't want to see this. And
it's amazing, man.
So with you guys leading that is amazing. Thank you for that. And it's kid friendly, family.
What's my idea?
Yeah.
I'm just doing what I told.
But hey, at least you're being obedient and building this and doing this.
Yeah.
Guys, check this link out right here. I'm on here. Rob's on here. We are actually one of the sponsors with the software. And man, this stuff is so cool. You guys will see the format of it when you jump on there. It feels very familiar. I won't say why, but it feels very familiar. It's easy to use. Like you said, there's some bugs that we're working on this, but this is some incredible stuff. And with what you guys are building, I am so grateful that you were obedient in that message.
Thank you. Well, it hadn't been easy, man. It's so what's, when Paul said, count it pure joy, brothers and sisters stuff. We have been attacked by the, it took us 2.5 years for my small team of 18, to get this done, man. And, man, spiritual attacks came from every corner. We have, since we opened in the last 12 weeks, we have had countries who are just by some odd chance, predominantly all Muslim, slam attack us in the servers to try to bring us down. We've had a few demons in the platform trying to post stuff that's, that would make Satan proud. So we had to, start blocking that stuff out. We have been attacked, and the further and closer we got along to launching, the worse it got. Yeah. So we're doing something right, I guess. Of course you are. Well, even doing something right and listening to the Lord, when you did your pre-launch and everything else, how many people were interested in this? We had almost 130,000 people signed up. So it took us, we thought, because we're a tech company, man, we don't have a huge team, but we have a very talented team of full-time 18 workers, man. And you can knock some stuff out. I mean, we could pump apps out in like 2 months for, San Angelo and Sulphur Springs or the Vegas app. We're not good at what we do, but we're good at what we do. We're used to it. We got the education. We're not new at this. I'll put it that way. So 2.5 years in, that is 1.5 years behind what we thought it was actually going to take. Because we built the platform on what's called a Laravel, and that's a type of backend that just is bulletproof. It's the latest, greatest technology. So we ran a Super Bowl commercial and expand to 10 million users overnight. The platform can handle it. It can expand out like elastic. So we built it right, but we were running 1.5 years behind schedule. So 1.5 years ago, we decided SEO takes forever. Let's go ahead and get the pretty front side website about what we're doing and everything built. People click that login and sign up button. It's going to give a message and say, we're not quite ready. Just put your name and email in. That's where we had 130,000 signups. Well, I put it this way. We launched with 130,000 in our email database. That is crazy. It's just super incredible. You guys check out axsocial.com. You can see it right here. Be a part of this. The stuff that they're building with this is super, super cool. And it's not, like I said, it's not just posting. They have a marketplace. They have a business side of this. They have a lot of things within the fold, a lot of messages up top. I love that piece where you have pastors that you guys vet that do a 2 to 3 minute sermon up there, kick it up there. Cool stuff. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so very much. Well, we'll see. It's God's company, not ours. Yes. Yeah.
And they've got cool groups too. You need to check out the groups on there. Thanks. And
one of them's Abundant TV.
One of them's Abundant TV. That's right. Well, and Christian creators, Christian podcasters. Where did they come from, man? They have came in by the droves. We had no idea. We don't even know where is there some channel somewhere that they said, hey, get on Act Social, because the applications started slamming in. So that's awesome. What great content they have. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, Sean, you guys will be seeing more of Sean and more of Act Social on our network, and can't wait to see this grow and be a part of this. Sean, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you. Thank you for having me. And Rob picked the wrong button.
Now I did that on purpose. I'm sorry, Sean. I wanted to just be mean for just a second. There we go. It's fun. Yeah. We're dancing. He was being smart, so I had to fix him for a minute. There we go. Yes, it was my turn to press the button and I goofed. So anyway, hey, listen, we want to thank each and every one of you that have been listening and watching today. Great numbers. That I was watching, especially on X, which we never really had any numbers on X before. So cool for us. Hey, listen, we appreciate each and every one of you. And we know that, whether you work for somebody or you own your own company, you're out there working hard to get to a new